Okay, I stopped it, I prayed, and God came up with an answer. He says, get some black tape and tape the mic stand to the amplifier, and it won't tip over. So that's what I did, and sure enough, it works. So, let's see. Sure enough, it works. So that's what it is. Tape. Can't go nowhere. Now, I gotta see what it's on here. I have my voice, so I got my microphone. Now, this is what I sound like if I was professional, which I'm not. I'm an amateur. But I can fake being professional. Maybe I can fake it. Okay, now, let me see here. What I got here is I didn't have my guitar amplified last time because for some reason the guild is not working electrically. So I got, what am I on now? I don't know why it just isn't working. It just does not want to work. Right at the crucial point, too. See what I'm going through, people? I tried to show you a little bit of what I'm going through in the beginning there. I didn't shut off the phone. I just went through my normal procedure to show you how frustrating this life is when you're a musician. There's chords all the time, they're tangled up, and you take 15 minutes to untangle them somehow. And you got to be organized enough, and I'm amateur. You have to be professionally organized enough till your chords go a certain spot. You come in, you turn a switch on, and everything's on. You don't have to go plug this in, plug that in, or is this plugged in? Oh, I forgot to plug that in. Everything has to be ready, and you flick the switch instead of screwing around through the tape, and then you're not in the mood to sing. And that's what Satan counts on. Makes you look for stuff. Makes you look for stuff, and after you look for something for half an hour that you need, you start getting irritated, and that's what he's waiting for. He wants you to get mad. Then when he gets mad, then he can make it so you don't feel like singing anymore because you're mad. That's what happens to musicians, that is. If you're not a musician, you might be experiencing it in some other ways. Express yourself. Give me a comment. Tell me what you think. But this is my light therapy. I was always into light therapy. I took several types of therapies when I was in college. I got a sociology degree, 4-year. And I got a tech degree too, 4-year. And I got a 2-year degree. If I don't tell you, who's going to tell you? But, I ain't bragging or anything, but I was a high school dropout. 9th grade, God came into my life. Said at a Holy Spirit retreat house, the prophet came up to me, put his hand on my head, and he goes, "You will be a scholar." He didn't even know me, so he didn't know I dropped out of high school and in 10th grade. How was I going to be a scholar, But he did it. And I went, ooh, and I shrunk a little bit. And I says, I just looked around, nobody knows I'm a high school dropout. I ain't going to tell nobody, so, okay, I said, okay, thank you. And I prayed, and I did the rest of the retreat with them, and I had a great time. Came home. The next year, I'm down in Florida, getting a GED, getting my 2-year degree, and then went on to another university, and then went on to another university and got 2 4-year degrees. BA degrees, one in tech and the other one in social sciences. I got a tech degree, what I do. I built my own home and I did everything in it. They'll tell me I don't have a tech degree. I have taken every course there is in BOCES, the night courses. Then in Pinellas Tech, I went to their auto mechanics school when I was in Florida, and I've been schooled, man. I've been in school. I'm still in school. I go on TV here. I go to school every day. I don't watch anything unless it's educational. But if I talk, I'll talk you to death. So I got another harmonica. Now this harmonica that I have in here is there's a low A minor and then there's a higher A minor, and this is a. And I wanted to demonstrate what the different sounds are, but they're the same. They're the same harmonica, but there's higher tone ones and lower tone ones. Right? Now here's the one I got. No, and then here's another one. See the difference in sound? Well, this one here, I'm going to use the higher pitched one, the A minor higher pitched. This is the way I understand my harmonica. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I never took a lesson in my life. This is all Holy Spirit inspired. I listen to other harmonica players, but I never pick up anything because they got their own thing. They're doing their own little rhythm to their own little songs they like. And I can jump in and start playing with them and stuff, keeping beat or hitting the heavy foot pedal. Or I got this other instrument I made too. I made this instrument. This is my main instrument, one of my main instruments. I'm not a drummer. This is my. I made this. 1, 2, 3 different types of sounds in there mixed together. Wait till you hear it. It sounds good. Because I'm going to play this stuff back. Then I play the drums to them. And then I make another tape. And then I got to play the. I got an organ too. I play an organ. I got to find out what the rhythm. Get the rhythm on my organ. I'm talking myself. Talking too much. But this is how you make a tape, people. You come up with ideas and you implement them. Now I did this one just a little while ago. I get the beat. Takes you a few minutes. Now I don't know what it's going to sound like with this new harmonica either, because I was playing this same thing with another harmonica. Let's see what happens with this one. See, my other harmonica holder is all hooked up, and it's adjusted so I can, when I go up to it, I don't have to stretch my neck to get to it. It's right there. It's right there waiting to be played. Because sometimes you get awkward. You're right in the middle of a song and your harmonica comes out of the holder. So I tape mine in with a little piece of black tape. I tape them in because they'll pop out on you right in the middle of a song and ruin the whole song. I've had that happen. Oh, I'm gonna throw the guitar across the room when that happens. You got a nice thing going, a nice beat going, and then things fall apart. I don't know how many times that has happened to me while I'm making all these videos in the last 4 years. I have gone through some really depressing times where I threw the guitar across the room. That nothing would work. I turned it on and it wouldn't work. And then Father Rippinger says on his Exorcist, he says, you might think it's strange, but there's demons in them phones. He says, you wouldn't believe what I have to go through to make this video I'm showing you right now, only 1 hour long, what I had to go through to make this video. So we're in a fight, people. We're in a war. And the devil wants the phone, and he wants the televisions too. He'll flood them with porn. You'll get your phone from the phone company, give it to your child, he'll play cartoons on it and everything. And then all of a sudden, he'll get all this porn. Because that phone number that you gave him was some other guy, he was a pervert, and he joined every porn place in the world. And that phone number now has arrangements that they can advertise on it. So you give it, it's been sitting up on the shelf for a couple of years, and you buy your son a phone, and you give it to him, they give him a number and everything, and that's the number. And the porn, it's legal. The porn people can advertise that number because the phone company's screwed up. The phone company should be sued because they're giving phone numbers to little kids that are porn. And they said, well, we have no way of telling that. Bull crap. You can go back in the records and check everybody's records where they've been. All you have to do is put a search on, did he ever go to porn? And if he did, that phone number is not legal to sell to a child. It should be that way. And if they find out during court, unless there's arbitration, good God, we got to get rid of that. Take our court power away. We used to be able to do something about it, and now we can't because we got to arbitrate, and they're in charge. It's like a hometown boy trying to get a decision in a fight. You know, he's in the guy's hometown. If it's a decision, he's going to win. The guy whose hometowns, he's going to be the winner. You got to knock him down or knock him out to win. And you can't do that anymore with arbitration because he took our court away. And we can't knock him out, man, and get our money back. We gave it away, just like we're giving everything else away. We're giving away our children to perversion. Two homos can go in and adopt a child, bring it home, and give it a beautiful life. And everybody says, oh, look at that, it's working out. But at nighttime, that child is listening to what's going on in that bedroom. And all he hears is choking and gagging and mommy and daddy. No, it's daddy and daddy in there. You know, because I used to listen to mommy and daddy when I was a kid. So everybody listens. Now you all know that I'm telling the truth. So they adopt that little child. He listens for 5-6 years of what's going on in the bedroom. And then what happens? He's listening with a jar of Vaseline when he becomes sexually mature. And he's looking for another man so he can have the same feeling you guys have. And what happens? You adopted him, and your husband leaves you. Now it's just you and that child. It's like candy in front of a starving maniac because they're going to pervert it. You bet they will. And it'll be a highly unusual case that they wouldn't. But they are perverts. That's what they do. They pervert people and children, mainly children, because they're innocent. They don't know any better. I've had perverts when I was 9 years old offer me 8 quarters to watch them masturbate. Yeah. And I was broke. So what did I do? And that's how I got perverted. Watching for 8 quarters. 2-bit watching whore. That's what I was. A 2-bit watching whore. He wanted to do me, but I said, no, it tickles. That would tickle me too much. I can't. I don't even have pubic hair yet. You know, he wants me to pull down my pants so he can doodle me. You know, and says, no, that would tickle. I can't do that. So I got out of that. Then God broke my arm. I was going astray. And rather than the wolves get me, he broke my arm. So I'm there in a cast. I had to get out of that, man. We moved out of the area. But he took me to a park, and there was a couple dykes there, a couple of real ruffian women, And they came right up to him because they knew him. Because perverts know perverts, I guess. And when they came up to him, because maybe they worked for him before, he says, oh, that one over there in the swings. You see that woman over there with the big kahunas? And they said, oh, yeah, we saw her earlier. Yeah, we saw her, yeah. Oh, yeah, we've been watching her and stuff. He says, well, go over there and start a fight with her and rip her blouse off, and I'll give you both $5. And they looked at him and said, okay. And I'm witnessing this. I'm his little protege, 9 years old, watching this stuff. They went over, started a fight with her, and ripped her blouse off. She was standing there with her blouse torn off, covering the nipples on her titties. And he's going, oh, wow. He's passing out 2 $5 bills. And the two broads are looking at each other and giving each other a high five. We did our job. Let's get out of here and go to the store here. I want a sandwich. I want a submarine and a Pepsi or something. And they take off together and buy themselves a Speedy or something. Who knows what they're going to do? They can go be by themselves. So that's what happens with perverts, in my experience with them. There's a lot of other stories too, but I'm not going to tell them all. I'm not going to waste my time and give floor. But I'm just letting you know it's happening out there, and we got to get rid of that law, because that law is perverting our children. Not only do they go and they bring them home, and they have to go through that after 10 years, and here they are standing there and they want another man. Well, the ones that are egoistic hedonists in the short run, they want their pleasure immediately, like the hamburger people. They go up, you don't have a hamburger ready? I'll go across the street and get one then, if you don't have one ready. That's the egoistic hedonist in the short run. He wants his pleasure right now. And they're the ones that get caught, see, because they can't wait. And they get these children and bring them home. They make sex films with them and all that. It's on the internet. They're doing this. We gave them the right to do this, people. Come on, we got to change that law back. Get out there with your signs. Save the children. Save the children. Save the children. Save the children from the devil. He's like a crocodile thinning out the herds. So people get ready. There's gonna be a change. We're gonna change our laws back to where they were when God was in favor. No, God was disappointed. 65 million children are dead because we killed them, people. And God said, why? Why are you killing my baby? Why are you killing the babies? Why are you killing the babies? Why? Why are you killing the babies? Spirit is a moving all over this land. God is looking for those who forgive and love, and the haters will be separated from the wheat, and their doors will be locked in darkness forever. And then God's reign for 1,000 years, and then He'll move us to another abode in His kingdom, and we'll live with God for eternity. Oh, we'll live with God for eternity. Many planets He has, many mansions, Jesus says. My Father has many mansions waiting for those who love Him, who heartily love Him and are sorry for their sin. Oh, holy, holy Jesus. YESHUA, hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah. So obey God's commandments. Don't pervert the children. And don't murder them. Then they'll be number one again in the eyes of God, who's our friend. He's our God. He's our brother. He's our most holiest lover. Oh God, protect our soul. You St. Michael, Captain Mike, defend us in battle as we go. Yeah, Captain might defend us in battle as we grow in the Spirit of God.